Thanks, Sarah. Every autumn, southeast Minnesota and north Iowa experience a full flush of fall foliage. As for what contributes to the change, in this week's Ask Away, Stormteam 3 meteorologist Hunter Donahoe gives us a glimpse at how our atmosphere helps bring about a riot of russet reds and golden yellows.
Well, with the fall season finally here, and we're starting to notice some days that are rather cool, felt like this was pretty optimal to talk about something that obviously is on everybody's mind. So our very own Ryan Junty asked this question. He wants to know, how do those leaves change colors on the trees? So let's talk about it. First, obviously we know that leaves change colors in the fall times, and that brings us some very nice displays. Obviously during the summer, they're green. That's all thanks to a chemical called chlorophyll that is produced during the summer during photosynthesis, and those trees keep those greens on the leaves. Now, as we head into the fall, that chlorophyll starts to break down, so the other chemicals that are within these trees' leaves, they start to appear. So you get those yellows, those oranges, those reds, you got all those different chemicals that those trees start to produce, and you start to see them in the forms of those leaves changing colors. So the optimal, obviously, conditions that you want to see for changing leaves is those cooler days and colder nights into the nighttime for autumn. We also want the dry weather that we are currently experiencing this year. So that is some good news. It's obviously a little bit delayed, but in terms of back home here in Minnesota, yeah, we're starting to see some past peak colors up there in the Northland. This was updated earlier this week, showing you those colors by Explore Fall. Down here in southeastern Minnesota and North Iowa, we're generally in that moderate color range right now, and as we go throughout the next week or so, yeah, we'll probably start to see those peaks starting to come out anywhere from the Rice Lake area up to Frontenac, Whitewater State Park. Rochester dealing with some moderate color right now, so that's some good news. We're starting getting closer and closer. On average, we see that peak in southeastern Minnesota and North Iowa, generally in mid-October. Obviously up north, it happens earlier in September in the Northland. So if you have any questions regarding weather and science, please send them in. We haven't had a couple of questions in a few weeks, so I would love to answer any questions that you do have regarding weather or science. We'll be back next week with hopefully another question.